What's up, Pisces? Just wanted to jump into your game a little bit. Hello, I love you. Thanks for jumping into mine a little bit. We got our Kool-Aids swirling together. Liquid punch, liquid dreams. Wake me up, don't wake me up. Nothing's what it seems, you know what I mean? I don't mean to brag, but kids on one. Okay guys, let's jump into it. Let's see what it wants to say. There is this overarching precedent that has an influence on how you move and what you value. You are away from the inner workings. You are a novice. What you do still requires skill, but may not require as much skill as what others and when I say skill, I mean to say in regards to experience, tradition, seriousness. Okay? But there is still more alchemical freedom in what you do. Okay? I'm getting the duality of seeing how you see one semblance of activity or play or being into something, the into somethingness of movement where you can lose yourself into something. Like when you see an opportunity to give or be kind or be generous, you know. I think we like that because it's our second nature, that we are really longing to witness within ourselves. And you might have these in moments with the guitar, or where you've been down the road of expertise a certain amount of time, and you are picking things up with your second senses, with your second nature, with the more of the unconscious faculties. You as the node of conscious awareness is limited, and yet there is much to be had in the background with the mystery. That's what we long for, as far as longing to unite with. The judgment in the reverse is the arena by which you have to play and commune with this mystery. Now, this mystery is very personal, it's very intimate, it's very one-to-one with you, with the self. It is play in its purest form. It is development in its purest form. It's where magic occurs. And it oftentimes requires you to move in such a way that is prior to language. Now, if you are looking at this nature from the lens of practicality, numbers and dollars and cents, there's not much reason to be had. Unless, of course, there are results, there are transfer overs in the materialistic world that can be seen or shown for. For example, I have a mansion. Okay, but what's a mansion in its bare bones without the properties of warmth and a household and kids playing by the pool and running in and out, and what's that without honor, respect, unity? And so I feel as though you're building up to these things and you're doing it in your own way. One moment. Okay, where was I? Yeah. Sorry, I got a reading as I was speaking. Just doing some tarot math here. And so here you are doing your day-to-day balancing act, your priorities, your values, your virtues. Emotional independence is a primary force here at this current chapter of your life. You've dodged many bullets in the past. You've embodied certain core beliefs and traditions. You understand their necessity as you play the game of life. You worry about instability. You often worry about relationship as well. I think it's coming, but it's never what you want and it's never what you expect. So as to say, again, looking at the core principles and the core nuts and bolts of, is this person an asset to my life or a liability? How much do I have to force? How much do I have to stretch? How much do I have to strain? Am I better off just being this solo entrepreneur, growing what I love, growing what I want, growing what I respect? The person in your life who's next to come, you will have to have much of the same outlooks in order for the connection to be worth anything to you. Now, if you're of the mind that, hey, look, I'm not of the old, outdated game of, paying for pussy, if I could speak very crassly, why am I going to invest resources into you and I don't know you? Why am I going to treat you on a date with food and money and expenses and travels and trips, and so I could have some sort of prostitutional exchange where I'm only liked because of what I could provide? To me, that is the most archaic, the most outdated. Resources, protection, I understand that there's a time and a place for that. But to try to simply extract all that you can and leave someone behind, which is how the system is set up, in particular for men, then that's no bueno. And so I think that alchemy, the spiritual alchemy, then becomes telling yourself that it is not a rarity, but it is a common occurrence that you can cross paths, whether dating apps are algorithmically against you or not. Again, this is the power of you controlling the narrative. So as to say, maybe no one else does exist. Maybe it is just me to a certain extent and my connection with the mystery. In which case I have no way of knowing if external parties are just a reflection of this kind of universal play, holographic projection. And if so, why all of the coincidences? Why the mystery? Why the lack of fulfillment of these base desires for relationship, companionship, simplicity, meaning, purpose, the proper way of perceiving my existence? Things of this nature. And so, hence the power and the control of the narrative to say, I'm where I need to be, this is the work that I need to be doing. Yes, maybe something hard to swallow, this is not the right time, as I could see evidenced by the circumstance. The reason why you would need to tell yourself that this is very common is so that you don't overcomplicate it. So that you can look at the approaching island as, okay, I'll get there when I get there. As opposed to missing the point of the journey in and of itself. Because when you get to that island, you will find that there's no perfect harmony there as well. And it was just a facade of the ego. And so real spiritual alchemy, mystery, and commune and magic is realizing that you are already where you want to be, here and now. And then you are able then to continue to lose yourself in the play of it all. And what narrative serves you, don't go down that route. What narrative doesn't serve you, go down that route. No, we're going to flip that. Don't focus on the guy that you didn't want to win. Don't focus on the guy that you didn't want to lose. Focus on the guy that you wanted to win that won. Focus on the guy that you wanted to lose that lost. Focus on outcomes that are in your favor and go down those rabbit holes and those tunnels of thought to extend the blockchain version of your reality that is your existence. Why would I go where there are no paths to be had for my sense of self, which is the carrier, which is for losing anyways. Only in order to get into this arena, you have to buy the ticket of personhood. So, all of this is alchemy that, you'll continue to have, surprisingly revealed to you in your journey of life. All these ways of thinking, I know it might sound foreign, but again, these are poems, these videos, this is poetry, and you will glean and take things, and it will help you. You will then learn to create your own poetry. Alright, I'll leave you here for now. Love and light to you.